Hello and welcome to another episode of Dream Home Cooking. Today's menu is, I'm bringing something back old school. It's my beefy cheesy casserole. It goes all the way back to when my brother and I were little and my mama made this for us all the time. We loved it, my kids love it, and I don't think I've ever done it on a cooking show. If I did, it was many years ago. But it's my beefy cheesy casserole with some delicious sweet corn, and then I have a peach and apple dump cake that is so good, and it is so simple, it's almost embarrassing. But I'm going to start with the cake first because I want to get it in the oven. It takes an hour to bake. So what you do is, just for good measure, I sprayed this pan 13 by 9 by 2 with some cooking spray. And now, as its name, just dump the apple pie filling. You want to use 2 cans, and they're the, I believe, 20 ounce cans of apple pie filling. And I love the combination of the apples and the peaches. This is a great fall dessert, and it's wonderful served with ice cream. Okay, so let's see, I'm gonna put, there's a little burn part of that apple right there. I'm gonna go ahead and just spread it a little bit, dump my peaches in there. This is 2 15-ounce cans of just your yellow sliced peaches in its own juice. And you do wanna drain these. Make sure you drain the peaches. I'm just gonna throw that away right quick. All right, this is like a cobbler, but so much simpler than making an actual cobbler. And we have several construction managers coming to have lunch with us today, as well as Mike and our daughter Christina. So I have doubled the recipes for today. Well, I've doubled the beefy cheesy casserole because we've got some hungry guys that are working hard out there in the field. All right, now I'm gonna give this just a little sprinkle of ground cinnamon, and you can just eyeball it. It ends up being a total of about a teaspoon, but just lightly sprinkle it over the top. And then this is a white cake mix, and you just want to take it and just sprinkle it evenly as you can over the top of that. And I've never used a yellow cake mix with this, but I'm sure you could. It would be just as good. I've done this years ago on the show with canned cherries, and that was delicious. But I love the combination of the peaches and the apples. You just want to cover all that, and then I'm going to take a spoon and just sort of even that cake batter out just to make sure I've covered all of the fruit. This is my kind of baking. It's easy. Hopefully I won't mess it up. Okay, and then lastly, I have a stick of butter that I melted, and I'm just going to pour it evenly over the top, and I'm just going to go back and forth like that. And once it starts cooking, it just all kind of melts together. All right, and that's that. So then you put it in an oven at 350 for about 1 hour. You'll maybe want to check it after about 45 minutes because everybody's oven is different. But I am going to go ahead and get this in the oven, and then I'm going to get everything out to make the beefy cheesy casserole. Okay, so I got everything out for the beefy cheesy casserole. And I am going to start with, or I started with, 1 stick of butter. Now remember, this recipe is doubled, so it's going to feed about 16 to 18 people. When I post it, when the show runs, I'll post it just as a normal recipe, but I am doubling it for today. So I've got a stick of butter in here, 1.5 pounds, or I'm sorry, 2 pounds of ground sirloin, and then to that I'm going to add this onion. It's a large onion that I chopped. And in a minute, I'm going to throw that fresh garlic in there. But I don't want to put it in there just yet because I don't want it to burn. So we're just going to get all this browned up. Let the onions cook. It takes about 7 to 8 minutes. And then I'll show y'all the next step.
You know, years ago, we researched different cabinet companies. Wellborn was the cabinet company that we decided to go with. Wellborn has a lot of your custom style building like we did in the local cabinet shops years ago. You just can't go wrong with a product like that with Wellborn. On top of that, Wellborn has researchers that are out in the market every day. Their job is to see what's current in the market, what's selling, and what their dealers need to be showing in their showroom. So come out, let me help you design your kitchen with Wellborn products.
Hey guys, come on in.
Hey Troy.
Yeah, let me show you around.
Wow,
You know, as the Acme Brick spokesperson, I get paid in brick. All the brick I want. Solid. What? Too much? To get Acme Brick quality, look for the Acme name. And here's the guest room. Hope you like a firm mattress.
My father started this business in 1977. The people that work for us is part of what sets us apart. All of our employees have experience. All of our plumbers have been with us for 10 years or greater. Our motto at Dean & Son is quality and service. We're going to do quality work. We don't leave people hanging. We're there when we're supposed to be. We're done when we're supposed to be. Living up to what you sell and service them after they pay you, that's where your integrity in the plumbing business comes.
Dean & Son Plumbing Company. Call today at 518-9780.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? Is it a cool breeze on a scorching day? Or a cozy corner on a cold night? That every room of the house is as inviting as the next. And the air is fresh and clean for everyone. That humidity is where it belongs. At Carrier, comfort means more than just the temperature.
Hello, I'm Annette Hale of Annette Hale's Indoor Comfort Systems, the lady with a team you can trust. Visit us online at indoorcomforthsv.com.
Okay, so this beef and onion mixture and butter has cooked down. Now I'm going to add the garlic to it. That way I won't overcook that garlic. Okay, so this is ground sirloin, and the reason I use it is because it doesn't have a ton of fat. It doesn't put off a lot of grease, but it does put off a little bit. So rather than going through the trouble of draining that little bit of grease, I like to take 3 tablespoons of flour. In this case, it's 6 because I doubled the recipe. And this is going to act as my thickening agent for this sauce. And also keeps me from having to drain that, and it just keeps the good flavor in there. So behind me, I have a pot of boiling water with egg noodles in there. I've got 2 12-ounce packs of egg noodles that are boiling. And then I'll drain those, and I put those at the bottom of a casserole dish. And then once I get all this mixed up, this will go on top of the egg noodles. This is a very safe meal for picky eaters, you know, or most everybody loves a good little pasta dish with cheese. It's got Velveeta cheese. You can't go wrong with that. Okay, so that's all thickened up. So now I'm going to put my sauce in there. This is 2 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce. And then I have my round of seasonings that I always do. I've got salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. And I've got it all in here, and it's about 1.5 teaspoons of each. And anytime you're making something like this, just, you know, go back and give it a little taste. You might find that you need a little more salt or pepper. Okay, I hear my little Bella whining. All right, and this is really simple. And the next thing I'm going to add is the beef consommé. And you find this on the soup aisle, and it just gives it a really, really good flavor. So I'm going to let this simmer for 15 minutes. Then I'll turn it off the heat and put 2 cups of sour cream in it. And then I'll show y'all the rest after this simmers for about 15 minutes. All right, so the sauce has been simmering for about 15 minutes. I turned the heat off, and now I'm going to do the last step, which is adding 2 cups of sour cream. And this just gives it a nice, creamy, delicious taste to finish it off with this. Okay, put that away. And then as you can see, I've got the noodles are cooked. I drained them and then put them in 2 casseroles because this is, like I said, I doubled the recipe. So one recipe would be just one 12-ounce bag of egg noodles. And I did spray the bottom with cooking spray. I kind of always do that for insurance. And y'all, I forgot that you top it with Velveeta cheese. And I forgot to put the Velveeta in the freezer for a little bit. I don't know if y'all have ever tried to grate Velveeta when it's sitting on the shelf, but it was real mushy. And so I grated the first one and I ended up slicing the next one. But it doesn't matter because we all know Velveeta melts so beautifully onto anything and it'll be fine. But just an FYI, either buy the grated Velveeta, which is hard to find, or put it in the freezer for a little bit to shred it. So I'm just going to give this a stir until I feel like all the sour cream is mixed well. So this sour cream is mixed in there. And now I'm going to carefully take it, because it's still very hot. Well, actually, I'm going to need this spoon. I'm going to put my little mitts on, because this pot is still hot. And I'm going to do the best I can to divide this sauce evenly into these two casseroles. And this is pretty simple to make, and it's delicious. And I'm going to show y'all how I make my sweet corn that I serve it with. And I like to serve it with some nice warm rolls and butter. And sometimes I like to serve it with a like a tomato cucumber salad. It goes well with it too. All right, so let me see if I can get this sauce spread. Now you just want to cover all the egg noodles, because this is going to bake for 30 minutes at 350. And you want your noodles covered so that they don't get crunchy in the oven. It smells delicious. Okay, so I carefully spread all that mixture over the noodles. Now I'm just going to add the Velveeta cheese to each one of these. I'm just going to kind of space it out because it'll melt, like I said earlier. And so this goes in the oven at 350 for 30 minutes. And when we come back, I'm going to show you guys how I do the sweet corn, and I'll have the dessert out of the oven as well.
When you select Wolde Flooring's hardwood, you don't just enhance your home, you transform it. With hundreds of beautiful, durable, hand-selected varieties that come with up to a 50-year warranty, you can count on unsurpassed beauty and proven durability that's guaranteed to stand the test of time. When you want the best flooring for your home, come to Wolde Flooring in Madison. WoldeFlooring.com, 256-325-8453.
Choosing an appliance can be complicated these days. That's why at Bob Wallace Appliance, we start by asking questions like an occasional cook or a serious chef, something just for you or an army, once a week or once a day. You see, it's not just what we know about appliances, it's what we know about you. Bob Wallace Appliance, locally owned and operated for more than 35 years. Online at bobwallaceappliance.com.
Since 1983, individuals and businesses in Alabama have relied on Wolf, Jones, Wolf, Hancock, Daniel & South for their legal representation. Our experienced attorneys offer high-quality legal counsel in commercial law, real estate, and personal injury litigation. So if you need an attorney, hire the best attorney you can. Call the experienced North Alabama attorneys at Wolf, Jones, Wolf, Hancock, Daniel & South to arrange your initial consultation, because we're dedicated to setting the standard for legal services.
Okay, we're back, and this recipe is ridiculously simple, but it's so good. And this is something my mama used to do too. We call it sweet corn. And so you take 2 bags of frozen corn, and they're the ones that are in the steam bag. So I like to put them in the microwave for about 5 minutes and get them kind of halfway cooked. And once again, I doubled this recipe too. So this, I normally, for a family of 4 or 6, I would do the 15 ounce. But I got some hungry young men who are going to be here, so I got to make sure to feed them well. Okay, so you take that corn, cook it 5 minutes. Then I'm going to put, it sounds like a lot, but that's why we call it sweet corn. It's 4 tablespoons of sugar. And it just makes this so good with the butter. And then I've got a half a stick of butter. And then you add some salt and pepper, about a teaspoon of each. And I'm going to give it a little stir, and then I'll cover it and I microwave it for another 6 to 7 minutes. And it is that easy. And then you'll want to use a slotted spoon when you serve it. But our community of the week this week, I wanted to share with y'all, is MountainPreserve. And it is a beautiful piece of property that sits on little mountain out right near Hampton Cove. It's in a super area, great schools, great lots. I would encourage you guys to go and take a look out there. They're open 7 days a week, and when Mike gets here, he will give you a lot more details about it. But it's a great community. And I have another funny story to tell y'all. I had a very close encounter with Paula Dean, and I did not get to see her, talk to her, take a picture with her, or anything. We were at a VIP dinner in Huntsville last Monday night. Our Wellborn representatives came down to spend some time with us and see some of our model homes, and they were a sponsor of this VIP dinner as well as the concert that Lee Greenwood put on that Tuesday night. So anyway, we're sitting at dinner, and I look over, and Paula Dean is sitting literally at the table next to us, 5 feet away. But there was never a good time. The only time I could have spoken to her is right after she was served her dinner, and I just felt that that would be rude for me to do that. So I waited, and then as the night progressed, there were tons of people in line near her table to say hi to her and meet her. But oh, I was so disappointed because she has been such an inspiration in my life and with my little cooking show for many years. So it just wasn't meant to be that time. So hopefully maybe I can get to see her and meet her another time, but I just couldn't believe how close I was to her. But it was a great event, beautiful concert that Lee Greenwood put on, and he's such a patriot. And I'm so proud of our little city of Huntsville, how we've grown, and we can now house big events like that. There's plenty room, hotel space, and so it's just really exciting what's happening in our city of Huntsville. Okay, so now I've got that stirred. Like I said, I'm going to cover this and just pop it in the microwave for 6 to 7 minutes. And then the beefy cheesy casserole is in the oven. I've gotten the dessert out, and we are going to take a little break. And when we come back, Mike will be here to taste all this delicious food.
Hey guys, I wanted to let y'all know about a year ago, me and Bruce Stone started a new company called Stonewood Homes. And Stonewood is a little different business plan than Woodland Homes because Stonewood is a scattered lot home builder, which means if you have a lot and you're looking for a builder, Stonewood is the answer. So if you own a home site or you're looking at building a custom home, give us a call at 830-9000 and let's start building.
Yeah, we started at Woodmill Trace was our first woodland home, and it was a town home that had 220 other homes there, and we enjoyed it. It was wonderful, and then we decided to travel, and we traveled for about 2.5 years in an RV. So when we got back last year, we all sat down and started coming up with ideas of a plan. And by going into one of the communities that was already existing, we saw a house or a plan called the Homewood. And the house that we're in today is called the Homewood, which is 2,400 square feet with an oversized double garage and many, many amenities. And the difference is, in the townhome, we had an upstairs area that would lend itself that you would go there daily. And today we have everything all together at 2,400 square feet on one area, one floor. Great. So that's been a tremendous asset to me. And plus we have a great yard. And when you travel 2.5 years in an RV, you don't necessarily have a great yard. You have different yards all the time. So it's really difficult to say that, well, we're sitting outside and seeing these beautiful trees, birds, squirrels, and whatever. And now we're able to enjoy that. So in addition to loving the house that we're in, we're able to spend a lot of time outside enjoying the outdoors.
Yes, and I think too, and I know you would agree with this, Bill, we're not spring chickens anymore. And the thought of building a home actually scared the two of us, and we were thinking, I don't know if we want to go through this again. So we met with, of course, Woodland Homes and decided on a plan, and we decided to go for it. And I'm going to tell you something, Woodland Homes has it going on. Anyone at any age should feel comfortable to build a home with Woodland Homes. They have simplified the process to the point where when you walk in, you actually take one full day and go in and meet with the designers, and they take you through the design center. You pick your interior, your exterior colors. You pick your flooring, your everything from the floor up, granite, whatever, excluding the lighting. That would be on the second day. And we were done, and they fed us lunch in the process. We were treated like royalty. It was amazing. We had a great time, and Christina, of course, was just coming on board then, and we were her first client, so she walked us through the process too, and it was just a great moment. But once we did that, we were completely done, and could turn around and say, wow, now all they have to do is build it.
Yeah, along that point, I think that's a big thing, and my thanks to Mike Friday at Woodland Homes is that we never had to get involved again with the construction. And we were asked many times to come up and see some new innovations that they were doing. For an example, in our kitchen, we actually have windows with shelves, which is kind of unique. So we get a lot of light in our kitchen, and we're enjoying that. Also, we've had shelves built into columns that we can use to put knickknacks and things like that. And then the showers have come a long ways from when our first house. Now we have a complete glass enclosure, separate shower that's large enough for me to get into.
And zero entry too.
Zero entry. And then we have a nice, wonderful Whirlpool tub. And then there's many other features, including moldings and all the new type flooring, which is so important because it's all waterproof now, and it's just no maintenance, and it's just everything that you could ask for. So my thanks goes to Woodland Homes, and what a quality job with the moldings and everything that they've done.
Yeah, we love our new home. It's awesome.
If you're looking to remodel or build your dream home, it all starts at the Dream Studio by Woodland Homes. At Woodland Homes Dream Studio, you'll work with seasoned professionals dedicated to providing you with the very best, whether you're starting from scratch or remodeling. And with thousands of selections to choose from, the Dream Studio offers everything you need at the absolute highest quality, all under one roof. The Dream Studio by Woodland Homes. Live your dream. Call 830-9000 today.
Okay, we're back, and I've got Mike in the kitchen with me.
And I've been out in the field working hard, and this smells good.
Oh, thank you. I know you have. And we've got 3 of our construction managers and Christina out in the back while we finish this up. And so that's why I made double. Yeah. Because those boys are hungry.
Yeah, we're going to feed some hungry boys.
Yeah.
They're working hard.
This was the one you used to call it advanced hamburger helper. It's the beefy, cheesy casserole that our kids always loved and their friends. And then I made green bean. Well, I didn't do that on the show. I did that on the side for the boys. But then I've got my sweet corn, some rolls, and this, you'll love this peach and apple dump cake.
That looks good.
With ice cream.
Yeah,
I like a little
looks awesome.
crisp. But yeah, so I was telling the viewers about Mountain Preserve, and that's our community of the week, and what's happening now. I haven't been out there in a little while.
Yeah, well, Mountain Preserve is a master plan community that's being developed by Enfinger Development, and there's 3 different product points out there. There's 60-foot wide lots, 80-foot wide lots, but the ones that we're going to talk about today are the bigger lots, which are the 100-foot wide lots. And so, we got started out there a couple of months ago. We've got a ton of pre-sales out there. And today it seems like that everybody is looking for available homes. They're looking for something that they can go ahead and get tied up that's either completed, which very rarely today does a home ever get completed before it's sold. And, so we do have a handful, 5 or 6 available homes that we have under construction out there. And it's just a great community. It's out in the Hampton Cove area, so we've got great school systems out there. And when this piece of property was acquired, there was well over 100 acres or so of mountain land that has been turned into basically a nature preserve for the homeowners. So there's all kind of walking trails throughout there. There's caves. So if you're looking for something that kind of gives you, that, living in nature and wanting to be, close to walking trails and things like that, Mountain Preserve is a great community for that.
It's beautiful up there.
That whole area, one of the reasons why we chose it was because of the location, but not only that, because of the school systems. The Hampton Cove area has just grown tremendously, and really you're just minutes from that whole area, you're minutes from the school systems. Shopping is convenient. So like I've always said, we strive to choose the best locations when building, our woodland home communities, and that particular location is absolutely great. But, I mentioned earlier about, available homes and people looking, for homes. And I think the best way for our viewers to start doing homework if they're interested in a new home and trying to get something tied up for the future is just to go to our website. We're in the process of building a new website. It's going to be a little bit more interactive, but currently we've got probably over 60 to 70 available homes located throughout Madison County in 10 different communities. And, that's a big thing these days, is looking for a home that would be relatively available. And the best thing that our viewers can do is just go to our website and look at the site map of all of our locations and where we're located. And we've got floor plans, we've got pictures, we've got virtual tours. So we've got a lot of things that are available so that you can narrow down your new home buying search and pick what available home is best for you. And so I just encourage everybody to go to our website, woodlandhomes.com, hit the available homes button, and for Melissa's fantastic hamburger helper recipe.
That's not what it's called.
No, I'm just teasing.
You can go to woodlandhomes.com as well, or our Dream Home Cooking Facebook page.
Yeah, and want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors that make this show possible. We appreciate them. They do great quality work for us. So for more information, woodlandhomes.com. Give us a call at 830-9000. Better yet, our models are open every single day. Look at our website to find the map and the hours, and come visit us and pick out your next dream home. So y'all come and see us.
Let's eat.